What's up everyone, welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be going over 10 different Google Ads best practices to make sure you're getting the most out of your campaigns. So let's get started, and I have the first 5 best practices here, and I'm going to go through each one individually. I'm going to go through these pretty quickly. So number 1 is make sure you're using conversion tracking, and if you're able to incorporate a value, you should incorporate a value as well. So what I mean by that is when you come into your Google Ads account, you go to Tools and Settings. Under Measurement, you're going to see conversions here. So conversions basically come up are your key performance indicators. Are you driving sales? Are you driving leads? Are you selling a course? So for example, if you're running a Shopify website, you can set up your Google Ads conversion tracking. Just follow the guide directly on Shopify's website, and they're going to pull the value of every single conversion. So every single sale that Google Ads drives on your Shopify website, they're going to pull in the revenue driven. So that allows you to actually have a conversion value that you can optimize for. So it's important to use value if you have it. Mine, I'm just optimizing for affiliate clicks, so every single value is set to 1. But what you can do here is if you go to Edit Settings, you can come to Value, and let's just say I'm selling a course for $300. I can use the same value for each conversion, set my value at $300. So every time I sell a course, Google Ads knows, okay, you just spent $200 on ads and you just sold a $300 course. You just spent $50 on ads and you just sold a $300 course. So ultimately what I can do is optimize for conversion value, can optimize for revenue rather than just strictly conversion. So that's number 1, is making sure you are using conversion tracking. Make sure you have your main key performance indicators set up so that you can actually optimize your Google Ads campaigns for those conversions, which is going to bring us to number 2. You want to use the sales or leads objective when you are setting up campaigns. So it's also number 3 we can incorporate here as well. So when we're going to set up a new campaign, we have new campaign here in Google Ads. You can see that all the objectives we can choose from. Now it doesn't make sense just to strictly drive website traffic to your website. There are some reasons to use product and brand consideration, brand awareness and reach. Obviously you have an app, then you want to use app promotion. Local store visits you can use as well, but the main 2 objectives, one or the other you should be using. If you're incorporating value, I would recommend using sales. If you're just going off leads, every single conversion is worth 1, then just use leads. So this is for appointment bookings or somebody filling out your lead form, contacting you, giving you a phone call. So let's say I choose leads here. You can see the 3 different conversion goals. So my main conversion goal here is set up as purchases. So the other 2 here, I can remove them so that I can just focus on my main key performance indicator of purchases. Now we click on continue here, it's going to show all these different campaign types, and that's number 3. So number 3 here is test all the campaign types. It's going to vary for every single business. So I would definitely highly recommend using search, and absolutely use shopping if you do have an e-commerce website. If you are running a Shopify website, for example, if you have a product feed, you want to make sure you're using shopping ads. Definitely test search ads, but see if Performance Max works well for you. It works very well for a lot of businesses. Display and video and discovery, you could always get started by using remarketing and then incorporate some of the other targeting later. I'm going to go over some of that targeting later on in this video, but number 3, just to make sure you're getting the most out of all of your campaigns, out of your advertising budget, test the campaign types, see how they perform in terms of cost per conversion, in terms of your return on ad spend. If video, for example, is not worth running, then you could just pause your video campaign, but it's worth testing a couple $100s on each campaign type if you are running a lot of advertising, just to see how it's performing for you. So it's going to bring us into number 4, use smart bidding. So we're using conversion tracking. Let's say we are using the leads objective here. The campaign type we're going to test in this example, let's just say display campaign. So we'll come back over here. Let's say we want to run a display campaign. So we choosing your objective, sales or leads. Make sure you have a conversion goal set up. Make sure you're testing different campaign types. In this case, we'll pretend we're making a display campaign. You can enter your website here as well. Name your campaign. We'll click on continue. Now you want to set your location and language targeting, but once you do, you're going to see budget and bidding here. So using a smart bidding strategy means you are focused on conversions, or if you are using value for your conversion, you're focused on conversion value. Now you can also set a target return on ad spend. So there's 4 different smart bidding strategies that we can use right now here. So conversion value, If we don't set a target return on ad spend, then we're using the maximize conversion value bid strategy. If we do set a target return on ad spend, we're using the target ROAS bid strategy. And if we use conversions, then it's maximize conversions bid strategy. If we set a target cost per action, then we're using the target CPA bid strategy. So number 4, make sure you're using smart bidding. It doesn't make sense to use conversion tracking, the sales and leads, and not also use one of these smart bidding strategies like a target CPA, target ROAS, or maximizing your conversions. Now, number 5, when you're setting up your ad groups, use phrase match keywords, use single keyword ad groups. So this is going to go back to search campaign. So let's come back. Okay, coming back over here, select our campaign objective of leads. We have our conversion goal here. Our campaign type, let's choose search, and let's choose website visits for the way we'd like to reach our goal. Name your campaign, click on continue. Okay, so bidding, we're focused on conversions. Let's just say we're going to use the maximize conversion bid strategy. Now, once we come in here to keywords and ads and you start creating your ad groups, what you want to do is make sure that you are using phrase match keywords, and I would use single keyword ad groups. Now, you could also use exact match keywords or broad match keywords. Google Ads is likely to tell you to use broad match keywords. I see the absolute best performance and the perfect amount of volume with phrase match keywords. I think it is the best match type right now. So if we come back over here, and what we can do is enter our keywords. So your ad group 1, let's just say, for example, I'm trying to sell farmhouse Christmas decorations. Okay. So that would be my ad group. And what I can enter here for my keyword is I can just do farmhouse Christmas decorations. And this single phrase match keyword is going to match hundreds, if not thousands, of different search terms. Now, you can also do things like farmhouse Christmas decor, farmhouse Xmas decor. You can incorporate some of these other keywords, but this one phrase match keyword should match all sorts of search terms that are going to be relevant to what people are actually looking up. And what's going to happen, like I said down here, is upgrade your keywords to broad match. Broad match is not an upgraded keyword. What Google Ads tells you is you can expand the reach of your campaign, get more conversions at a similar or better ROI. To me, if you have a lot of testing already done and you want to incorporate broad match keywords, you can do that. I would honestly stick to phrase match keyword, stick to single keyword ad groups. You can add a few more keywords in an ad group, but make sure your ad groups are very organized by where you're sending traffic to. So that's going to bring us to best practices 6 through 10. So when you're creating your ads, you want to make sure you have at least 2 ads for each individual ad group. So let's come back over here to my existing campaign that I'm already running. And if we come into my campaign, you can see I have an ad group here for farmhouse curtains. So we click on this ad group, go to ads, and what you're going to see is I have 2 different responsive search ads running. Now, each of them have gotten a lot of activity. They've spent a similar amount and they've actually converted very similarly, but this top one has a better cost per conversion, and its conversion rate is pretty similar, but a lower average CPC. So this advertisement is outperforming this advertisement. So what you want to do is create 2 ads per ad group, because if I didn't have a better performing advertisement, then everything would be going in here. I'd be spending $1.82 per conversion rather than $1.55 per conversion. So create multiple ads, because what Google Ads is going to do is continue to test all of these different variations. So you want to use a variety of different ad copy, use all of your headlines. If we click through to our responsive search ads here, make sure you're using all 15 headlines, all 4 description lines. So we scroll down, set your display path, make sure you're using all of these different headlines. You should have excellent ads, especially if it's for a search campaign. So I'm missing one headline here. 4 different description lines, and make sure you're incorporating all of these different assets. So not only do you want to create 2+ ads per ad group, you want to make sure you're creating really high quality ads, whether it's a responsive display ad, a responsive search ad, a video ad. So any type of advertisement, create 2 per ad group and try to create the highest quality ads as possible. Test your ad copy to see what is actually driving results for you. And that's going to bring us to number 7. So we have our 2 ads in this ad group. So let's come back over here. What you can do is these 2 ads, let's say, are going to the same exact landing page. Let's make sure we get into our farmhouse curtains ad group. So these 2 ads go into the same landing page. One of the things you could do is take these 2 ads. So you're testing ad copy against each other. So let's say these have much different headlines, much different description lines. You've incorporated some different assets on some of these different advertisements. What you can actually do is take the 2 ads you've created, edit, copy them, and paste the ads, and it's going to create duplicates of these advertisements. And all you need to do with the duplicates is go into them, click on edit, and update the final URL. So let's say, for example, I have this shop category page on my website, farmhouse Christmas decor. People can come here, click on one of the subcategories. If they keep scrolling down, there's a ton of products for sale. Or I can use this page as well, which is more of a blog post style page, but also has a ton of products for sale. And it's all geared around farmhouse Christmas decorations and holiday decor. Now, if I'm running all of my traffic to this one landing page, I don't know if this landing page is going to perform better. The only way to find out is to come in here, duplicate your ads, update your final URL to the other landing page that you're testing, and then see if it outperforms your current landing page. So instead of running 2 ads, you're running 4 ads in your ad group, and you're actually testing landing pages along with your ad copy. So it's hard to test a ton of things at once, but you should, with 4 advertisements running, come up with, okay, this one advertisement that's going to this landing page has outperformed the other 3. So we're going to pause the other 3, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a new advertisement using the landing page that won our test. So that's number 7. Number 8 and number 9 are going to go together because they're about audience targeting. So number 8, target your data segments, also previously known as remarketing. Your data segments, if we come back over here to tools and settings, we go to our shared library and we go to audience manager. You can see right here, your data segments. So your data segments are all created using your website visitors, your app users, your YouTube users, or uploaded customer lists. So if you have a buyer list, for example, let's use our Shopify example. If you have a buyer customer list, you can upload that customer list to Google Ads, and you can actually target people who have purchased from you. So it helps to find the most relevant people that are visiting your website, who are watching your YouTube videos, and you can set all this up very easily. I have a lot of videos on my channel for how to set it up, so I will link them in the video description, and I'll put them as one of the cards in the top right corner. So you can learn how to set up your data segments, aka remarketing, with your website visitors so that you can target really, really highly qualified audiences who are showing an interest already in what you have to offer. So number 8, use your data segments. Go to the audience manager. Make sure you connect all of your sources of data, whether it's a YouTube channel, a mobile app, whether it's just your website or a customer list. Use all of that data to your advantage because you can target people within your campaigns using that data. Now, number 9, right within the audience manager as well, create and test custom segments. So we come over here to our audience manager and you can see custom segments. Now with custom segments, they allow you to build audience segments based on pretty much anything. We click on the plus sign here, you can name your segment, and then you have a couple different options, including people with the following interests or behaviors. So people with these interests or purchase intentions. So let's keep our same example here. I want people who are looking to purchase farmhouse Christmas decorations. So I'm entering one interest here. And let's see what it says about our segment. So with one interest, the gender 61% male, age 26% 18 to 24, parental status non-parents, 10 billion to 1 trillion weekly impressions. So what we can also do is, rather than people with these interests or purchase intentions, do people who searched for any of these terms on Google. So we click here, we're just going to keep our one keyword again, and let's see what it gives us. So this actually more closely matches my actual demographics on my website. 67% female, age tends to skew more 35 and up, and you're seeing less weekly impressions here. So when you're creating custom segments, I would recommend using people who searched for any of these terms on Google. And you can also expand the segment by including people who browse types of websites. You can enter your competitors' URLs right here. It's going to expand the segment, and it's going to find people who are searching for any of the search terms that you enter up here, and people who browse websites like yours or like your competitors. You can also get rid of this up here at the top and just do or people who browse websites similar to, and start building your segments. So creating custom segments, very easy. You can just enter basically your SEO keyword list here, try to find the most relevant keywords based on what you're actually promoting. You can use your custom segments for your different campaigns, and I would highly recommend testing them. Specifically, try them for display campaigns, see how they perform for you, and you can use the search terms option. To me, it creates a better audience than the interest option. So Number 9, create and test custom segments with your campaigns, because you shouldn't be using some of these really broad interest groups that Google Ads has already built. Even in-market segments can be a little bit broad because it's people who have shown any interest in purchasing something in a long period of time. So what we can do is use custom segments and try to create some of these more targeted audiences. So that brings us to number 10, optimize your campaigns. If you launch a campaign and forget about it, it's not going to improve. So if we just come over here to my search campaign, some of the things that you can do within your search campaign. So first, your ad groups. If you have any underperforming ad groups, you can always pause them. Now, if you're using target return on ad spend, target CPA, you may just notice that you're not getting a ton of activity in the ad groups that aren't performing well. So you can always start by underperforming ad groups and just pausing them, or you want to go into the ad groups, look at your individual keywords. Are you targeting broad match keywords that aren't performing well? Are you targeting exact match keywords and your costs are a little bit high? Look at what's actually happening with the keywords that you're targeting. The other thing is look at your search terms report. So if you're targeting phrase match keywords, you should have some pretty relevant keywords in here, but sometimes you're going to find search terms in here that just aren't overly relevant for what you're trying to target, for the traffic you're actually sending to your landing page. Make sure these are all relevant in terms of what people are looking for and what's on your landing page. And then speaking of landing pages, that's obviously another thing that you can start to test. So if I have just one farmhouse curtains landing page, maybe I try to create a second one. I do something like, the 25 most popular curtains of the year, and try to send people directly to that page to try to build some, okay, these are the ones that everybody likes, and here's the top 25. So try to create different offers on your landing pages. Even if you're presenting very similar information, just present it in a unique way. Make sure you're incorporating all of your assets within your responsive search ads. Run multiple responsive search ads per ad group. See if you have any underperforming ads here. So for display campaigns, you can actually see where your ads have run. So are they running on specific YouTube videos? Are your ads running in too many mobile apps? So ton of different ways to optimize your campaigns, but what you ultimately want to do is look at your keywords that you're targeting, look at your search terms report, look at your advertisements and their performance. Can you improve on your advertisements and your assets? Make sure your landing pages are performing well. Make sure you have multiple ads per ad group. So all of these best practices will help you optimize your campaign even without changing anything. So going through them one more time, use conversion tracking. If you can incorporate value as well. When you're setting up campaigns, use the sales or leads objective, and then test all the different campaign types that are relevant for your business. Now, since we're using conversion tracking, we want to use smart bidding strategies such as target CPA, target return on ad spend, maximize conversions, or maximize conversion value, so that we can actually optimize our campaigns for the main things happening on our website. Use phrase match keywords, single keyword ad groups, group together your ad groups by landing page, and make sure you're creating really relevant ad groups, and make sure when people are typing in a specific search term, they're ending up on a page on your website that actually solves for that search intent. Now, the last 5 here, 2+ ads per ad group, so you're always testing advertisements. Duplicate those 2 advertisements and update landing pages, your final URL, to just test the landing pages, see if a specific landing page can give you any lift in terms of your cost per conversion, your return on ad spend. Use your remarketing, your data segments, so incorporating people who are visiting your website, watching your YouTube videos, downloading your mobile app, or giving you their information who are on your customer list. Create and test custom segments. So within your audience manager where you have all of your data segments, you can also create custom segments and target them within your campaigns as well. And then once you get some campaigns running, you're getting some results, start to optimize your campaigns, refine your offer, improve your ads, improve your landing pages, just continuously improve what's going on in your Google Ads account, and then remove anything that's just not converting, or understand why a specific keyword may not be converting, because there may be search terms that are dragging it down. Your ads may be running on websites that aren't converting. So look at your overall campaign and continue to optimize over time. These are 10 best practices. They're not necessarily strategies. They're basically a checklist of some of the things that I would make sure I'm doing when I'm running a campaign. So if you have any questions about any of this, please leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching my video today, and make sure you subscribe to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel.